Well, hello. I know a lot of you guys actually expressed some interest in continuing Starcom. I'm really surprised by that. I did not actually go into my vacation to San Diego thinking that there would be an episode 2 for this game. Not because I didn't like it, but I wasn't really sure how it would be received on this channel. So I wasn't prepared with an episode 2. I'm sorry. But you know, I'm prepared now. And I think this is definitely something that I'd like to continue exploring because I haven't fully explored the story yet either. I'm actually all fresh and new now. So yeah, definitely want to check it out. Now, it appears to me we've got this extra ship here. I'm not sure if they're going to enjoy me being here, but I'm going to deploy this team anyway. And we're going to check it out together. A century-old wreck lies smashed on the rocky desert floor, and a clean hole lasered through its side. The most valuable resources have been roughly stripped, but the ship's titanium backbone joist is largely intact. We're going to get 10 titanium for that, which is very nice. We also get some experience for our crew, and there's a lot of other things. So where did we leave off last video, right? Well, we've got a couple of things to look at. There are 2 primary quests, and then we're also looking at some extra stuff that's kind of happening at the same time too. Encountering a transportation organization called CXTA, for example, right? We had this trader that was there in the CXTA. So this trade guild that was there. I don't remember if I put that in the video. I hope I did, but I had like an hour and a half of footage and I wanted to condense it. And basically it's just a ship that was there and it's just a trader. He's not doing much. He wasn't all that eventful, but it's just this organization that we ran into and we have to figure out what's going on with this trade guild. Crew, they've got we have unspent skill points here. We can start getting people upgraded if we'd like to. Our crew totals are being here, so we want to get things kind of moving up there. I think observation skills seem like a really good thing to upgrade. You can see all the different skills that are over here too. And so, you know, maybe I want to put some points into somebody else. So Martina Kepler here, for example, maybe I want to up her observation skills a little bit so she's a little bit better at it. I've got 3 extra skills here. I can give other people some upgrades if I want to as well. Astroscience, Cassie, here you go. Have some of that. And then we've got Alex Triton. He is really great at xenoculture. We may run into some aliens and want to know a little bit more about them to understand how to react to them. I think I'm actually going to dump the rest of my unused points into him and do that. So he's inside in 3rd class, and now our xenoculture is +7. Hopefully, this leads to some really good information for us later on. And we need a little bit more experience to get to the next level there. Cool. Into the cargo bay, we also have this enigmatic shapes. We can go ahead and analyze that artifact. And it's just going to give us some research points there too. Upon deeper analysis, there are movable parts within movable parts, down to a remarkably small scale. There seem to be rules governing how the interlocking shapes can move, like a puzzle game. All right, cool. Enigmatic shapes, done. So what is the ultimate objective right now, right? Because you might be a little bit confused. Hang on a second. This one says the puzzle object is quite complex from a geometrical standpoint. Maybe Dr. Rama would be interested in taking a look at it. Okay, so did we just get another? We did. There's another one here, Codex shape. So we're just finding things sometimes, and we do examine them. You get more quests, you get more missions in your list by exploring. You find things, and then that leads you to other things, and then that leads you to other things. And that's the kind of thing that I like in video games. So what are we on about right now? We needed to go beyond that initial gateway from we did in video 1. And it led us to a distant region, and all we've been told to do is investigate the nearby sectors. Those nearby sectors being essentially this square area, which we haven't fully investigated them all yet. For example, I just arrived here for the very first time, and we've got some stuff here. So our task right now is just to investigate, to look around, to find things, figure out what's going on in the area, and see if it can help us answer certain questions like who are these Red Raiders and how do we make connections? Maybe we can find a way to make a connection with that station that we started out at, right? We got to figure that out, and the only way to figure it out is to learn about where we are. Aeons ago, some geologic event thrust iridium deposits up to the surface. Wind and erosion forces have carried away all but the hardest zone, leaving a few rich nodes, +3 iridium. No big deal. Okay, we've got, that's the flinger, so that's how we're going to get back to the other place, but we've got a lot of unnamed stuff down here, as well as a Raider Light Lancer. So we're going to have some combat here with a light lancer, whoever that is. There we go. Take you out a little bit there. Bang, bang, bang. No big deal. And of course, I've got way more range than my enemies do, so this is going to help me out greatly. Now, is it better to have faster shots or... Ooh, hang on. Hey, this guy's on our team. I like it. Sweet. Definitely a friend. Maybe he's going to be friendly to us because we helped with that particular enemy. Oh, yeah, we definitely want to help this guy. And we want to be careful not to shoot him. But we definitely want to shoot the enemies. Now, I was criticized a little bit in comments about, like, wanting range over, you know, rapid fire or whatever. And it's like, look, maybe you're a person who plays this game a lot. And maybe you're a person that has a lot more experience than me. And that's fine, you know? I think this type of game allows for people to kind of just be creative and sort of be to just do things their own way, what they feel most comfortable with. And I like the ability to shoot people from really far away. That said, we're going to get all the upgrades anyway, you know? It's just about what order we get them in. And I chose range first because stations are annoying. That was the only reason, really. I kind of want to talk to this guy. And I want to hail him and see, hey, man, what's up with you? Can I hail you and see what's up? What do you want? Our time is valuable. I don't think I can trade with you, can I? Oh, I can trade with you. Oh, interesting. So these guys take copper. So different races, different areas, they take different metals as their currency. Very interesting. So like that one was aluminum, right? We were trading earlier. I mean, I don't have much for what you're gonna need, and I guess my sell price, buy price, I can't afford any of this stuff for the most part. And the stuff I can't afford, I don't even know if I should or if I need it. So I guess I'll just exit, but that's interesting. Cool. All right. It doesn't look like he's gonna prevent me from doing anything specific. He didn't tell me to stay away from a planet, for example. Oh, hang on. Is this? Yep, it is. Right? Like I said, stations are kind of annoying, so I wanted to get out of their range. But now I have a helper, so that's no big deal. Okay, so it looks like we can send a survey team down to this planet, no big deal. And we'll see what they find. With great difficulty, Ensign Prix, remember I just upgraded her, pilots the lander through a blinding sandstorm. Sensors estimate whatever the signal was, it's not far. That is, if there's anything at all. The huge amount of charged dust is wreaking havoc with the instruments. Shifting dunes cover and uncover geologic features on an almost hourly basis. Have her attempt to pilot the lander to the source of the anomaly signal. Her modifier is astroscience negative 10%. So I'm gonna say that does this mean she has a 10% penalty? Her astroscience skill is going to give us a bump, but it's already a very difficult thing. So she has a little bit of a modifier against doing this. And it's the only option I have for her, so I guess I can't choose anything else. Okay, so a member of the command crew has been injured in an action. They'll recover with time, but will be operating at reduced skill until they're fully healed. Higher biomed stat speeds, crew recovery time. Okay, so again, kind of I have like a little D&D dice roll thing, and we rolled pretty damn low, 11%. Shortly after taking off, the lander flies straight into a high dune concealed within the cloud of dust. The team is forced to spend several hours making repairs to the lander struts with titanium from their reserves. So it cost me resources, and one of my other officers got injured. He's at 52% health now. Now we can have the team return to the ship. Well, that's no good. But I think for the most part, we're okay. It's just one ensign was injured. They'll recover over time, it's said. But we should maybe look into increasing biomed capabilities. So we'll have to look at that if it's something that we can do. Triton's xenoculture skill tech trade analysis. I have sufficiently studied the economies in this region that we can research trade analysis. This technology will reveal how much of a premium traders are charging. Ooh, that sounds very good. But we need to research that, so that's not something I can do right now. I have to go back to the station for that. The gas giant has an unusual pressure transition where it rises and then falls before rising again at lower depths. This transition is inconsistent with the temperature gradient, and I don't have a good explanation. Okay, so this is another flinger, right? That's what it looks like anyway, another flinger. But it doesn't look like it's not showing up on my... There it is. Okay, so question is, do I want to go to the flinger? Is there anything else to search here? I think I've done no anomalies. We've done these two things. Yep, we did the sandstorm thing. Yeah, I guess I do, because it's all about trying to figure out all these different regions, but I haven't gone to this orange star yet. So let's fling over this way. If it really does take us back to where we started, then we can head over to that orange star merely by, taking ourselves there. We don't need a flinger or a wormhole or anything to actually travel to these places. We can do so over time. It just takes a long time to do. And it looks like that is going to bring us back to where we've already looked. So we've already researched these things. We don't really need to be here. I do have a fight in the area, though. Gotta be careful because there's a friendly ship that direction. I don't want to hit it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, we've already spoken to this guy, right? No. So he wants to trade. It's the same thing. Okay. All right. Cool. So the Emirs basically is they just trade in copper all the time. Cool. All right. Let's head back to the flinger. We'll go over to that other star, and from there, we'll come over here, right? And then from there, we will head over into this destination. There's also there is a desert planet there that I have not scanned yet, so that's my bad too. So we'll deal with that at the same time. I'll see you guys over there. Okay, so it just told me that we've completed the mission beyond the gateway. So I guess if once we get into range of a sufficient number of planets, basically all of them that we have, nearby, then it just completes that objective, because there's actually another wormhole right here, which is interesting. So this is the only planet that I hadn't scanned previously. There's no anomalies here, but it has given me another one of these. Now, this is before we get to the orange star, which I kind of wanted to go to see, but if I activate this, we now have another gateway that we can use, and this will bring us right back to this area, so we can kind of use this for whatever we want, right? So I can go back over here, for example, and maybe start my upgrades and stuff like that. And then I can always come directly back here after doing that. So I think maybe we'll try that out. It should be basically like this. Should have let me jump like that. Boom. And that gets me right back to the station. So now I can report right back to that planet if I want to. Hello. In case I didn't show it in the last video, I really genuinely don't remember. This is what that ship kind of looked like. If I can get close to it again, we can kind of look at them. Yeah, right here. Oh, completely different. Never mind. This is a totally different race I've never seen before. Greetings. We are the Goryr. We have made contact with your representatives at Seleno. You are Commander Pryor of Fedora? That's correct. We understand you are an explorer in this space. We too are seekers of knowledge, but we have been here much longer. We are happy to share our learnings and hope you will share with us. Okay. Well, what kind of knowledge are we talking about? Do not worry. Nothing so grotesque as military secrets, weapons, or technology. Naturally, we understand all races keep those close. Our space is full of mysteries of ancient histories and wonders of peculiar nature. Anything you deem safe to share. That seems reasonable. Wonderful. We too are happy to share what we know. What can you tell us about the remnant artifacts? Oh, wondrous things. All, of course, know of the great gateways used by the fallen empire to maintain control, whose shibboleths are now jealously guarded. I think I said that word right. Most say the empire built them. It is true the empire was capable of great things, like these flingers that connect local systems, but we believe the gateways are much older. And we have heard of other artifacts, much larger and with their own secrets. Giant devices of limitless power, unbreakable yet broken vessels, worlds surrounding worlds, and more. If you find any such things, we hope you will share with us. Ensign Triton has that xenoculture insight that I gave him, right? I upgraded his xenoculture. He says the pre-translation structure suggests that they have not just heard of some of these things, but probably observed firsthand. Interesting. So they have seen these things. Okay, what can you tell us about the Emir? Oh, they are a brutish mercenary race. Trustworthy, but only if you have the most copper. We have had occasion to deal with them, but prefer not to. Okay. We'd like to trade with you. These guys are interested in silver. So different races with different pricing, different currency to trade with. Crazy. Awesome, good stuff. Love it. Artifacts for sale. They have containment object. They have an energy cell. I'm not sure what that will give me as far as artifacts, but maybe I'll get it. And they have a power interface. Both of these things seem really nice for me to have. Why don't I try the power interface and see what I get from that? So go ahead and buy that from them. Okay, cool. And communications. And let's see what we get here. In the cargo, power interface, cylindrical power coupling, 5 centimeters in diameter. Cool. Analysis, as it says, designed to keep sudden energy surges from dangerously overloading bridge controls. Our systems obviously have similar component, but there's some interesting new ideas with this one. We get 15 research points for that. So collecting resources, finding a way to collect resources on an ongoing basis is going to be great for trading with these guys and trying to get new technologies based on the things they have to trade. Cool. All right, let's talk to Dr. Rama first. Fedora has uncovered more scientific data than I expected from you. To reinforce this data-seeking behavior, whenever you return with sufficient new research material, and I have time, I will answer one non-urgent question about our work. Is that a thank you? Not treating me like a lab rat would be another way of encouraging data-seeking behavior. Well, was that a thank you? No, an optimization. That wasn't much of a question. I'll allow one more. Okay. Aren't planets and stars usually a bit more spread out? Doesn't Starcom already have most of these research technologies? Can you explain where we are? I kind of like that one, but I don't really care which one, honestly. Let's just do this one. The Starcom doesn't already have most of these research technologies? Of course Starcom has these technologies. But, as we've learned, the physical laws of this universe are very subtly different from ours. For example, vacuum permittively is slightly lower past the 6th significant figure. You do not want to try to fabricate a Mark II plasma cannon with 8.854187 picofarads per meter tolerance here. Okay. So go find us some research data. Oh, okay. That didn't help me as much as I wanted. Cool. What did you learn from our trip through the gateway? Well, obviously I was correct in believing it served a similar purpose to the wormhole stabilizers that Starcom constructed. It's not powerful enough to create a wormhole to our universe, but it can create local bridges in the space manifold. Whoever constructed it was technologically very advanced. Despite the lower power level, these gateways distort space much more efficiently than our stabilizers. It's possible that if we can find more artifacts like these, we can open a wormhole home from this side. Well, we found this puzzle object in a sealed pyramid. What do you make of it? This universe has enough mysteries to keep my interest. I don't have time for toys and curios. If it's really confounding you, give it to Milton. I recall he's entertained by that sort of thing. Okay, all for now. Hey, Lieutenant Milton. Salutations, Commander. What can I do for you? Yeah, so I found this puzzle object. Dr. Rama said that you might be interested. Did she? I suspect she meant it as a jab, but it's true. I am quite fond of physical puzzles. Probably why I gravitated to ship design. I'll take a look at it. In my spare time, of course. Okay, cool. Maybe he'll find something cool. Or maybe something crazy will happen to Milton and then we'll learn more. That'll get Rama's attention. Let's take a look at the Commodore. When the wormhole collapsed, Fedora wasn't the only Starcom vessel on this side. An archaeological research ship, the Aletheia, has been investigating nearby systems. She's well overdue. I want you to see what the delay is. It's a bit of a trek, I'm afraid. You may want to optimize your ship for deep space speed. Lieutenant Milton may have some suggestions. Was there anything else? Yeah, what do you think of the Goryr? The last race that we just saw. Well, given our vulnerable position right now, I'm relieved that the second faction to have discovered our location isn't aggressively hostile. I maintain some skepticism that their motives are purely scientific curiosity. For now, consider them a source of potential information, but with caution. Cool. I think that's it. Oh, I have some questions about my crew's training. That's it. I don't exactly fully get all of the nuances of upgrading the crew. I think my experiences are adding to an XP pool, which I can then allocate as I see fit. It's what it seems like anyway, but we did have our first upgrade was a specific cadet, so I kind of want to learn more about it. So it says the command crew are the most important system aboard the starship. I take great interest in my officer's training. What can I help you with? Should I focus on specialization or have a well-rounded crew? Aha, the perennial debate. There are advantages to both. In general, having an expert is more likely to be useful during planetary surveys. A diverse skill set is more useful in ship operations. Take a look at the officer training branch in the research tree. That has some specific programs that we've come up with to maximize crew performance. What skills should I focus on? Difficult to say. I would expect xenoculture, haha, jackpot. The study of alien thought and culture to be of paramount importance during planetary surveys and alien negotiations, but it's less vital for shipboard operations. Tactics is useful when diplomacy fails. Observation is useful during surveys as well as exploration. Engineering is useful when things aboard your ship break. Biomed is useful when people aboard your ship break. When people aboard your ship break, I like it. Astrosciences, I have found, helps with finding resources both in space and on planets. Oh, one more thing. You're exploring the unknown. It would be surprising if you did not encounter an unexpected use for a skill. All right, that's all about crew for now. Yeah, I think I'm good on there. Okay, so I want to go to research. I have 370 points to designate for the ships. Wow. Okay, so I would like, I think, increase the max size of hull by 5 hexes. Can I go to the shipyard really quick? I want to see if I can get a 4th cannon. Or a fourth gun would be really nice to do. Let me play around with some things. I don't have a lot of resources, but I have enough to, for example, add another microreactor. I can add another gun. That's good. Extra bulkheads might be interesting. Survey landers. Wings, I'm not sure will really be needed. Technically, a void control surface. Wings, quote unquote, increase a vessel's speed in deep space. Okay. So adding these little wings help in deep space. That is interesting. So can I mirror this? Like, how do I mirror it? Oh, maybe it can't be like that. Oh, X mirrors it. It says it right there on the top. The tooltip tells me, but then it goes away while I'm like, my head is focused down here. Okay, so let's take this off for a second. This is the micro reactor, which is been great. I would like to add the micro reactor here. I would like to have another micro reactor here. Then I would like to get energy weapons located here, here, and then on the top there. So that only gives me 3. It still only gives me 3 guns. So what I'm thinking is maybe take these 2 away, add an extra gun there, put another one there, and another one there. I feel like maybe that's a bit overkill. Anyone else think this is just a tad bit overkill? I don't think I should do this. Bulkheads, we can put those on the edges. This ship is looking like a mutant right now, man. You know, this is gonna take a while. Let me play around with the design of this ship, and I'll bring you back in when it's done, okay? Okay, so this is what I came up with, at least as clean as I could do with the resources that I have available. I've changed out the half deflectors. I'll just show you what they are. Armor, maybe? Yeah. I've changed out the half deflectors, which take 2 iridium each and 25 aluminum, with the mini deflectors that take 1 iridium each. And they're just along the outsides like this. I thought about putting, these half deflectors and stuff in the front too. Maybe actually we'll put the mini ones in the front here, because they still protect a little bit. There we go. So that looks a little bit better. I'm out of iridium, so I can't put the good stuff in there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns, but they're all Mark 1. I've also gone into the research and I've activated, or I've bought Plasma Mark 2 as a weapon possibility, but they're so iridium heavy, deuterium heavy, that I just can't afford to use it. So I researched it, but can't use it. Likewise, the same thing happened with propulsion. It's just a little bit heavy. So I don't have that either. I would like to maybe get the survey lander to go somewhere else. And I thought about maybe putting the survey lander in the front. If I did that, then I could put the engine. I could put an engine back here. So I've got 2 microreactors now. And we don't have a battery because I don't have enough copper to make a battery. If I go to energy, the mini battery takes 15 copper. I only have, 13. So can't make the battery, but I do have the resources to make the microreactors. What I don't have, though, at this point is enough to do anything else. So let me grab a light bulkhead here, and then we can go into propulsion here. That gives me at least 3 engines. And that looks kind of interesting. I think it does look a little bit interesting. I don't know about these mini deflectors in the front now. It looks like a little bit weird, but I don't want the survey lander with 3 HP to be at the very front of the ship. I just don't think that's a good idea. So I'm going to deal with having 2 engines for now, just so I have that at the back of the ship still. I think that's probably still a better way to go about it. And then we'll go ahead and get our armor mini deflectors. We'll put the mini deflectors here and here. So that looks a little bit good. That looks pretty good. I think I'm fine with it. Do I actually have to save the ship design, or can I just... I'm just going to call it, I don't know, Fedora Mark II. Right? V2? I guess so. Resource. If check the resources needed to build will be shown in the trade cert window. Oh, this isn't... Oh, okay. We don't need to do that. Just hit save, I guess. So I can always come back to this point when I need to. But I think the ship automatically gets saved like this, doesn't it? Yeah. All right, cool. So we're not quite... I don't know about the whole like deep space maneuverability thing because I still only have 2 engines, but I can shoot a lot now. Like a lot. And because I have those 2 reactors now, the double reactor, it's really quite nice to be able to shoot that much. So cool. More guns equals better, I guess. And then for research, I did those different things. I have 60 points left. In case you're curious on different upgrades too, I also went Plasma 2 right there, yep. And then I went for the Plasma Phase alignment, which increases... Oh, sorry, that was the thing I already had. I did the... what was the other one I did? I didn't do just engines. I thought I did something else too. That was very expensive. Those 2 things were very expensive. Yeah, I wanted to do one of these. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I wanted to do one of these. So I thought about resource spotters. This is for officer training. Right, every crew with at least 1 Astro increases the expected value of resource drops by 15%. Additional skill levels on the same officer provide diminishing returns. So if I could just get Astro on all of my officers, that could be kind of cool. And then that upgrades to artifact spotters as well. Coordinated response, engineering, repairing faster. We have things where biomed works faster. Every crew member with at least 1 observation increases detection range by 5%. So there's a lot of stuff I could do with my crew here too. And I kind of like the idea of maybe going down that route. So I'm going to get resource spotters. Resource drop seems interesting. Make sure we can get more resources when the opportunity arises. Okay, cool. I think I'm probably pretty good here. So we have our Red Raider region. One of our priorities is to identify the source of these attack ships. I'm not sure how we're going to go about doing that, like right away, but we're just exploring, right? And then we have the Aletheia, find the missing Starcom ship. So we should check out the star system near 3.29 by 436 that the Aletheia is investigating. It's tracked on the map currently. So if we head out, that's where that Aletheia is. So I guess what I could do, head over here and see if we can use this. We may not be able to. Yeah, we have to actually go manually there anyway. Okay, so that's the thing I wanted to know. It'd be really nice to have 3 engines for this because it's going to be a very long long process. But this is where you can see how the void effect impacts the speed of your vessels, right? So this is going to basically go as fast as it can. And as we get further away from planets, the void effect goes up and our maximum speed rises with it. And so we end up being able to travel much faster as soon as we get away from everything. It just takes a while to build up that speed. Cassie says that it's odd. She's detecting a void drag effect. The nearest celestial object on the scanners is too far away. Maybe a rogue planet or something else. So we're actually getting drag and the void drag effect or whatever, right? We're not getting the full effect of this and we're way away from everything, right? As we explore this region, it may be useful to make log entries of observations or things you think we should return to. Right click on the map to add notes. Interesting. So I can go maybe to like right here and I can say something like void drag occurred. If I wanted to do something like that, I could hit save and close, and then I just got this little note that says void drag occurred. Okay, cool. That's actually really interesting. So if we figure out any logical explanation for that, or we get new equipment or some artifact that can, you know, reveal hidden things or whatever, that's something to look at. I am going to redirect my ship this direction, and we are going to check out Ice H1 first. There's also another wormhole gateway over here. Okay. So we are learning about some stuff. Nice. Let's go ahead and activate the wormhole gateway here. Thank the stars, I was afraid we were going to have to go back the long way. Yeah. There we go. We've activated this. Now we can just use this to get on the way back. Okay. So we have the terrestrial... we have this planet over here, which is probably going to have something on it. It looks like it's habitable, at least. We got a couple of desert worlds down this way. We'll go and investigate first. All right. Desert World 1 and 2. Let's see if there's anything meaningful on these things. Yep. We have reason to deploy the survey team here. So let's go take a look at it. See what happens. This is an old impact crater. Ensign Perks notes that the lack of erosion forces belies its true age. These jag upthrusts will take hundreds of millennia to wear down. At the center of the crater is a recent excavation site. Its familiar layout suggests a Starcom survey team excavated whatever was here. Okay, so if we find the ship, maybe we'll find the secrets that they discovered. Let's go ahead and scan this one really quick on our way over. This is the area that the Aletheia was reportedly investigating. Well, we may need to be ready. I've got extra guns in case there's any threats. We also have the terrestrial M1 planet over here too, but if we get any signal for the ship, because it should be in this area, right, is what we were looking for. Gas giant, rocky, white star over there too. Okay. But if we can detect the ship anywhere, it's kind of, you know, fallen off the radar, right? Maybe it's crashed. It's possible that it crashed over here. So we'll take a look and see if that's a possibility that ends up being true. All right. Unscanned planet. Yep. Survey team. Send them down. See if there's a crash site down there somewhere. A cluster of carved stone pyramids are the only markers of civilization on this planet. Penetrating radar shows the structure had interior cavities at one point, but have since been filled in. Small glyphs along the protruding edges register as writing with the universal translator. The text repeats, "And from his chariot, the Talonian pierced the sun with his lance, and then the scintillating jewel, like a lure. With his lance, he cast the jewel into the hidden sea, its light illuminating distant new shores. But the shores left behind were now in darkness." Ensign Triton, because of his xenoculture insight, he says a starfaring civilization must have built these. The fact that they did not also colonize or mine this planet suggests this location had deep cultural or religious significance. Well, if there's actually things to mine, can we mine it? I would really like to get my new engines. I need to mine it. Okay, well, we didn't discover the ship yet, so it's kind of a all over the place sort of thing. Now we might get something, right? There's the blue star over there. Yeah. So we might find something new if we just keep wandering a bit. Okay, so as I'm making my way towards this gas giant that's over here, I'm actually detecting a derelict ship over here. And this might be what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is the rear half of a deep space survey vessel, severed from its bridge by heavy weapons damage. The main computer sensor array is mostly intact. The logs are missing. Oh, here we go. Gravity waves they were studying have the characteristics of a hypothesized collapsar, a collapsed neutron star turned into exotic matter. We've never encountered one of our own in our own universe, and they've been assumed. Okay, so they basically hit something we didn't think was real. Great. Apparently jettisoned along with the ship's locator beacon, but the sensor array has some interesting data, presumably whatever they were studying when attacked. An incredibly dense object with a unique energy signature. Okay. Well, that worries me. Like, am I gonna run into this? Let's find out. I've been analyzing the Red Raider attacks based on their arrival warp signatures. I think I see a tactical pattern. I've marked our map where I expect their main defenses to be. Good. Nice job there. Our tactics officer, very good job. In fact, maybe, just maybe. No, I don't have enough. Nope, I don't have enough points for you. But we're going to get you some more points there. Cygnus Lee, Jennifer Cygnus Lee, cadet. We got to do something else for you, huh? Yeah, your tactics, we gotta bring that up. I think getting astroscience though on everybody, at least 1 point on everybody, because of that research is going to be a really good thing for us. Okay, let's go to Gas Giant first. There's several different things we want to see. As we get closer to them, we can see more stuff, right? It doesn't show us anything until we get close enough to detect it. And our sensor ranges can also be improved as well. So let's just go see. It's a gas giant, so I don't expect we can land on it, but hey, maybe there's like a station or something nearby. Who knows? I'll head out over this way too. Actually, Rocky R1 kind of passing right by it right now. And there's another ship here. Ah, there it is. The Aletheia is right here. We've discovered it. Hail it. The mesosphere of this planet is unusually dense and warm due to an unusually high level of capture of cosmic rays. Well, if I didn't have this boost, I would never be able to catch this thing. It's going really fast. Okay, can I hail it? This is Captain Dolson, commander of the Aletheia. It's good to see another Starcom vessel. While investigating an anomaly, we were confronted by a group of vessels identifying themselves as of the Devout. I'm not sure what we said wrong, but they started firing on us. They caught us by surprise, and our reactor took heavy damage. Do you need an escort back? Good of you to offer, but unless we encounter larger numbers, we should be all right. I didn't expect an attack, which is my own fault. We'll be ready next time. Tell the Aletheia's commander about the wormhole gateways. So, Rama was right. But this good news will shorten our travel time back quite a bit. Thanks for this information. Oh, well, not but. Did you find anything during your interrupted survey? As a matter of fact, we did. When we were attacked, we had just finished investigating a reliquary in a meteor crater. Some interesting scrolls and a strange object. We haven't been able to analyze it due to the damage. We'll transfer it to your ship. Intricate triangles. Intricate triangles. Okay. Let's take a look at the intricate triangles. I love how all these artifacts have like an actual unique picture about them too. It's great. The material has close to zero resistance. Conducting all of the ship's free energy through it didn't even make it warm. Cool. We could probably use something like that to, I don't know, make our stuff more efficient, I would think. Anyway, so hopefully they'll go back now. Maybe we can, that ship is bigger than mine. I want to get a bigger ship. Oh, there's no anomalies on this, correct. Okay, so let's go down to the desert world. We'll go down to Rocky R1. Might as well search everything we can here. The rocky ones, I'm kind of hoping provide some resources, but if I can find another asteroid field, that would be swell too, because I'd love to just, honestly, I'm cool with just chilling in an asteroid field and clicking on rocks for, 10, 20 minutes while I'm rendering a video, right? Like, let the computer render while I click rocks. I think that's something I can definitely do off video to get more resources. All right, no anomalies on that one. There's got to be some on this rocky planet then, right? I feel like there's got to be. Oh, where are you going? Maybe you don't need to use autopilot quite so close to your destination. Come on, give me something to look at. Yeah, send them down there. Let me know what you see. An anomaly is difficult to spot from the air. The lander makes several passes before Kepler spots the target. From a distance, it looks like an abandoned outpost that's gradually being erased by the elements. Up close, it's apparent that the structure's surface have become camouflaged to the color and texture of the surrounding rock. Most of the useful equipment has been removed, but an unusual object directly connected to some tools of unknown purpose was left behind. We have an iridescent globe, which I'm sure will provide us some wonderful insight into some area, another, maybe a section of the planet, who knows. A regular spheroid of an unknown composition, its colors change with shifting light. Object has the ability to change the color properties of certain hardened materials. Does this mean I can make my ship a different color? Seems like a very basic thing for a space game, but come on now. Let me make a different color. You know, I can wander just a little bit. Have it go like over here. You might detect something. I don't know. It's like kind of looks like we're all the way around. I'm hoping maybe there's an additional planet or something over here, but that may not be the case. And if it's not, then whatever. We'll go back. If I take a look at our missions here, we found the Aletheia. They were taken off guard by an attack by the Devout, but report that they are safe. We should let Commodore U know. So that's like the objective is to go back to the station now. So we can do that easily. The Red Raider region, though, ooh, found the location. Should we go check that out? I think we should go check that out. Let's turn ourselves around here, make our way back to the wormhole gateway. And I want to go check it out. So I will do that, and I'll just, unless there's something else happens on the way, I'll just warp you guys ahead to that encounter. In case you're curious on where that is, by the way, it's over here. Ah, it's that orange planet that we didn't go to, huh? We were gonna go to that orange star, and I never did. So this will be easy. We'll just get to this wormhole gateway, wormhole ourselves directly here, and engage the enemy. We have something happening here. Yeah, something else happened. This is called the legendary something. I can't quite get their legendary steed of something, but they are fighting. Legendary steed of Wiskamug. And they're doing something. I don't know what it is, but they're fighting something. I would love to hail them. I'm gonna just go ahead and get the loot that they're leaving behind, but they're fast. Very difficult for my ship to keep up with them, but that's a big ship. So big compared to what I've got going on here. And I just can't quite catch up to them. They're too fast. So something happened on the way. I did say I'd let you know, and it did. Maybe I'll track this and see about, I don't know, following it, figure out where they're going. They might just be going to the wormhole anomaly right now. They're stopping right here. Well, not stopping per se, but just maybe turning around. Maybe I can... come on now. I want to talk to you. No. They're very difficult to catch. Yeah, they're going away from where I want to go. The legendary steed of Wiskamug. Oh, they're turning around. They're turning around. Come on. I want to hail them. Yes, hail. Ah, we got it. It is I, Wiskamug. No doubt you thought me merely a legend, but trust that I am real. Jesus. Surely you cannot be the Wiskamug. Indeed. I confess that I am envious of you, having the pleasure of meeting one you thought a myth. Who has the pleasure of making my acquaintance? Oh, you wouldn't have heard of us. I'm Commander Pryor, commander of Fedora. Such modesty recommends you. Someday songs will be sung of Commander Pryor, who met Wiskamug, hero of 1,000 years, champion of 1,000 worlds. We'd like to trade with you. Yeah, Euterium is your currency, huh? Now, you actually deal in fractions as well. So if I want more copper, for example, for any number of reasons, we could trade. I can get like 24 copper if I want like an extra battery or something. The Deuterium was what I needed for my guns, though. And so I think maybe it'd be better if the sell price is fine to go ahead and trade some of the resources I have in exchange for Deuterium, because that would get me my bigger guns that I want. So maybe not the aluminum. Yeah, I need the aluminum for like hull and stuff. But if I trade you, yeah, a little bit of titanium. I need that for hull too. Gold is something I could get rid of here. That gives me 21 of it. Yes. Iridium, I'm only getting a gun, so no. I think I'll just trade the 1 iridium I have for 3 Deuterium. That's good. And then I'll give away some of the copper here too, I guess. There. So if I execute that trade, I'm up to 29. I definitely now have enough. What a peculiar individual. Yeah, shit. I had to see what he was like, man. Look at that ship. It's awesome. And he's very fast, way faster than me. I just had to get lucky and tail him, and he has to basically slow down and then turn around into me is the only way I could catch him. So, okay, so with the Deuterium that I have, I think instead of going directly to the enemy, now I'll go here, upgrade the ship with a bigger gun, and then I'll take down the Red Raiders. Yeah, that's what we'll do instead. Okay, I'm kind of an idiot. So the energy weapons, they also require Mark II as well. So what I'm going to do is go into planning mode. This should let me just place whatever I want to place. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a Mark II here and a Mark II here. And that way I have basically 2 Mark II guns onto the ship. And planning mode is nice because I can have it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, big guns. There we go. Planning mode is really nice because then I can just have the game kind of tell me what resources I'm looking for. Because you see, I have a huge deficit of titanium. This is with 2 Mark IIs, of course, but it's still a huge deficit of titanium here. And then I can also take the half deflectors instead this time. And we can put those. Actually, it really doesn't fit with the half. Half deflectors look a little weird. Let's just do the mini ones. It's fine. Mini deflector there, mini deflector here, mini deflector there. There we go. So it's kind of the same shape ship, but in this case, it's just more powerful. So instead of having the Mark 1 has 6 HP, fire rate of 1.5 shots per second. The Mark 2 has 12 HP, the fire rate of 3.1 shots per second. So it's just slightly faster. It's really not even that big of a deal to change it, is it? Yeah, that doesn't really do anything for me, does it? Because it's kind of just, I'm getting 0.2 total shots per second increase. Well, that's not even worth it. Never mind. We don't need it anyway. It's fine. At least for now, anyway. When we're limited to how many hexes our ship can take up, or we're limited on a number of parts or something, then yeah, we can do it then, but no big deal. Lieutenant Milton also has something. I've taken a look at that iridescent artifact you found. I've actually seen something like it at the Gemini shipyards back home. It was used for custom coloring of luxury vessels. Why would it be in a hidden outpost? Camouflage ships? Doesn't seem particularly useful as camouflage in space, since it just changes color and does nothing for the heat signature. It's possible someone was working on a cloaking device, and this is as far as their research took them. Or maybe they're just fashion forward. Can we make use of it? I've sent the details over to the lab. If you research chromoplating, you'll be able to customize your ship's color scheme. Nice. So that is what it's for. Was there anything else? At the moment, I don't think so. Speeding up deep space travel. I put the wings on the ship, I think, is what I'm going to do. Oh, I assume you remember the basics of the Trillion drag metric? Yes, but my first officer might need a refresher. Well, post-relativistic speeds, the metric tends to bring ships out of warp. By the way, I did not need a refresher on that. I love it. It's conceptually similar to friction in Newtonian systems, although the underlying physics is completely different. The effect is more pronounced near stars, planets, or other objects that create entropic distortions in the warp manifold. Consequently, our ship drives are more efficient in deep space, a phenomenon referred to as the void effect. We can boost this effect with void control surfaces, sometimes called wings due to their shape. Of course, having a good drive to mass ratio helps the most with speed. Having a very wide ship design increases void distortions, but this effect is fairly small. Wow, they actually take into account the shape of my ship for the void distortions. So my ship can actually be faster through the void if it is, it's hard to say this in space, but more aerodynamic. That's more void dynamic. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect that. And I don't see, I guess void speed is measured here, but I didn't see that kind of measurement. Maybe it's in the ship systems area. Scanners, engines, energy hull. Yeah, I don't know, but that is pretty cool. Okay, I have 145 points to spend, and then we'll talk to Commodore U here for the end of the video. Or actually, you know what? Probably what I'll do is I'll start the next video talking to Commodore U. I think that's probably a good way to get you guys to come back. But maybe we get plasma fire support. Every crew member with at least one tactics increases plasma turret accuracy by 10% and plasma fire rate by 5%. Additional skill levels on the same officer. I mean, this is pretty good. Battle station training allows our crew brief surges and ship repair, particularly useful for keeping systems operational during combat. You know, this could be really helpful too for the battle coming up. Let's get battle training. And then we have 95 points left over. I think I'll go bolt accelerator, increasing the speed of the projectiles. Let's do that. And then frictionless bearings allows our increases the turn rate of turrets, allowing for faster retargeting. I don't know if that's really all that big of a deal, but the turret repeater might be nice. Increases the base fire rate of plasma turrets by 10%. Cool. So we're gonna be ready to rock and roll for taking down these raiders. So at the start of the next video, we'll talk to Commodore U. We'll inform him. Oh, I can't exit until I do. Well, I guess I'm doing that. I was going to start the next episode with this, but I guess I'll just fill you in on that if you're, somebody who skips around. Excellent work finding the Aletheia. You've proven quite capable, but it's a relief to know that we'll have a second ship nearby while you continue your exploration of this space. Now that your command crew have a bit of experience in the field, I'm assigning them a small team of support personnel to Fedora. Oh, cool. They won't participate in survey missions, but will speed up ship repairs. All right, cool. Now Milton has something. I must say, this little object you found is full of surprises. It is not simply a puzzle. The complex rules governing the movement of the shapes are a way of encoding information. It's done in quite a clever way. Solving a particular shape requires providing proof of knowledge in a geometric form. What sort of knowledge? Well, that's where it gets really interesting. The initial configuration of the puzzle, which is really more of a codex, reminds me of the equations Rama uncovered to control the gateways. So I tried solving the puzzle for the gateways we know about, and out popped a new equation. I've sent the coordinates to your first officer. I'll continue to investigate the codex, but in the meantime, please be sure to thank Dr. Rama for directing this toy my way. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear it. You're trying to rub this in her face, aren't you? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about, right? Of course. That's very cool. Okay, so we have new coordinates to do now. Crew now has battle stations training. This allows them they may brief, but significant boost to ship operations. This will speed up repair, energy production, and the efficiency of damaged components. We press B to activate that, and I will probably change that because B is not something that's easy for me to find without looking at the keyboard. But hey, that's pretty cool. More personnel to manage. You don't need to concern yourself with the support personnel, but they'll help with ship operations and speed up repairs. Awesome. And we've upgraded our bridge. Selena will be able to assign us more personnel as we upgrade our bridge. Okay, I think that's all of them. So this is where we're going at the start of the next vehicle. At the start of the next video, we're going to be going over here. We're going to be engaging the Red Raider region, trying to take their base out if that's where they are coming from. We also have the Codex shape, has given us a wormhole gateway to explore there too. So we've got that to look forward to. There's also another gateway over here, this cluster of stars. Maybe there's something around that area later, and there's a whole lot more space that we haven't even got to yet. It's going to be pretty cool. I hope you guys will come back for the next one. Thank you so much for your interest in this and for watching. Peace.